Welcome to Rick's Corner, brought to you by Old School Labs, the brand I trust and the only one I put my name to. Use my code DRAYSON12 on the link below.
Welcome to Rick's Corner. The man, the myth, the legend. Now on with the show.
Live. It's the bottom of the day. It's the Christmas Eve, and tomorrow everything is closed. So you better do what you want to do now, because tomorrow you can't do anything except go to relatives, friends, or stay home, because there is nothing open other than the movies, and that'll be jam-packed, I'm sure. Got all my shopping done for all my 6 grandkids and my 3 kids with their spouses, and I'm so glad to get that behind me. You have no idea. It seems like every year it's a rush to get everything. And we're pushed by the media and by the card companies to go out and do this. I always felt that it's nice to buy gifts. I don't mind that a bit, but it's not the way to show love. You can show love in many, many different ways. It doesn't have to always be monetization of something that you had to go pay for somebody. But that's what they expect, so that's what I do. And especially the little kids, I know they want stuff, and I don't mind that at all. What I wanted to talk about was control, because you go shopping, sometimes you can lose control of what you want. I mean, it's like you can start buying everything if you want to. I'm real frugal about doing things. I'll go to the Dollar Tree to get maybe 2 or 3, 4 things. I'll end up getting 6 or 7 things because they're $1 a piece. And they're usually pretty good stuff that works pretty well in my home. Now, when I was younger, that store did not exist. You'd have to go pay full price for everything. So it's a different deal back then. However, one of the markets up on Wilshire Boulevard in Santa Monica would have steaks. And on the steaks, they would have printed out labels for prices on the meat. But you could peel them off, and then you could exchange the price for something that was cheaper. So I'd get like a $12 steak for $3. That's one of the little secrets I had back in the day. But we all did that. We just got away with it until they started putting everything inside the wrapper, so you couldn't do anything to it. But those little tricks, we just not hurting anybody. We're just trying to get a deal on something. Well, I want to talk about control, because you can only control those things that you have control of. You can't control somebody else's feelings. You can't control somebody else's thoughts. You can't control somebody else's movements. You can only control your own. And if you're in a situation that's volatile or something you dislike or you don't want to be around, you can only control your own emotions. Nobody should have control over you. And the problem in today's world, especially in relationships, is you give the other person control so they can walk all over you and step on you. And it's not right. Now, I'm not saying this is all the time, but I've heard enough people throughout the year tell me this, that I just can't do anything I want unless I ask my boyfriend, or unless I ask my girlfriend, or unless I ask my wife. She makes all the decisions, and I'm not allowed to do anything. I thought, this is no way to live. When I was in the Army, I lost my control for basic training, because you had to do what they said. Did I like it? No, I hated it, but I did it because I had to go through the service. Once I got out of basic training, I went into another company where I became a better rank of soldier. I had control over 30 men in the platoon. So for me, I was in control of all these guys, but I was responsible for their actions. If something went wrong, the higher ups would come to me. And it's okay, but then you got to have a reason for what happened. You go to the gym. One of the things I've never ever expressed on here to anybody about this, but this makes a lot of sense. You don't let the weights control you. You control the weight. So whatever you put on there, you can control it. If it's pushing you around or pushing you down or all lopsided, it's controlling your every movement, and you're getting nothing but a shitty workout. You're not going to get anything out of it. It just doesn't do the job. I was in Gold's today, and it was very, very crowded. I guess everybody wants to think they're going to lose weight for tomorrow, which is complete fallacy. If anything at all, they'll gain their appetite and want to eat more. But I saw a couple of guys on the T-bar rows. Now, the T-bar rows is a definite way to do them. When you pull the bar up to your waist, you look way over it, and then you drop it and you stretch to your back. It's a stretching movement. These guys were just standing in the upright position and pulling it as quick as they could up to their stomach, which is not the way to do it. The guy had 4 plates on it. Then he's standing around, look at everybody, see if anybody's watching him. He had no control over that weight at all. That thing had control over him. And if he would have dropped 3 plates off there and done it the right way, he'd probably get results. Anyway, I was seeing these things, and I was watching, and I'm thinking about how people are out of control in the gym, how they do every exercise wrong. They just completely out of control. They think they're doing something right and they're doing some things wrong. Then you get to tonight and tomorrow, and of course it's a holiday and there's food, and there's nothing wrong with eating and having a good time and enjoying yourself. You just have to know when to control how much you take in, because if you taste something, you know it tastes pretty good. You take another bite, it's pretty good, but you don't need any more than a couple of bites to know that that's pretty good. You don't need to keep eating it and stuffing yourself with it to make sure that you really like it, because now that's controlling you. That food is controlling you, what you do and how much you eat in every bite. So I've found over the years, if I split a dessert or if I take 2 or 3 bites of something, I'm good. If I go overboard and eat too much, then I get mad at myself for losing control, because I don't want to eat like that. It's not that I'm worried about being fat. It's just that I don't think it's a good idea to stuff. It's eat moderate and it's much better off. Anyway, these things have come to my mind, and control's a big factor in everything we do. We can control a conversation. We can control an argument. We can control any situation. If you're arguing with somebody that you don't want to argue with, you know the best way to control it? Be quiet and walk away. If you engage and keep arguing, you're losing control, because you're giving them the power to control you by arguing with you. But what are they going to do? They can't argue with someone who's silent. It doesn't work. I tried it. They don't know what to say. Aren't you going to speak? Nope, got nothing to say. You're right. Do whatever you want. You're right. Boy, that pisses people off. So I just wanted to say that's kind of fun stuff that came to my head, but it's definitely useful. And the night is creeping up on us, so enjoy your Christmas Eve. I'm going to sit by the fireplace and wait for Santa to come down, but I don't think he can fit through that flue in my chimney. I don't know where they ever came up with that idea. So tomorrow's another day, and open your gifts, enjoy yourself, love your family, love your mom and dad, your kids, your spouses, that everybody who's around you who you're supposed to love, and be thankful that they're there with you, because that's so important to have your family around you. It's probably one of the most important things in the world. All right, guys, have a good holiday, and I'll see you after Christmas. Okay, hope you get what you want. Bye-bye.
Enjoy the video brought to you by Old School Labs. Use my discount code Drayson12 on the link below at oldschoollabs.com.
Hey everyone, now you can have the Gold's Gym logo drawn by me, the artist Rick Drayson, personalized and made out to you and signed by me to frame and put on your gym wall or wherever you see fit to do so. It's a piece of bodybuilding history. It will never be duplicated again. It's the largest selling icon t-shirt logo in the world, and I'm the guy that drew it, and I will draw it for you. Just go to my website, rickdrayson.com, and order there. You can pay through PayPal, and it'll be sent out right away. And be sure to watch Rick's Corner for all the videos on bodybuilding, nutrition, fitness, pro wrestling, and anything that suits your interest as far as getting physically fit and being the best you can be from the golden era of bodybuilding.
He's the equalizer, baby. See you next time.